So I'm like falling asleep and they're at the bar and I hear them like, let's go get them. I'm like, huh? I'm like looking around, I'm like, I'm trapped because they're coming this way and that's the door. I'm like, what do I do? I had this giant suitcase. Pull my clothes out real quick and I jump in and go zzz.
That's sketchy, dude.
I zip myself in the suitcase. So it's dark and I see them like walking around, they're drunk. They're like, where is he? I know he's in here. And they're like, where's Sterling? So then they're walking around and he's like looking under the bed and he doesn't know I'm literally breathing right next to him. I'm like, he sits down on my bed and he's like, I know he's in here. And he's looking straight at me in the suitcase and my eye, I'm like, oh God. And he's like, wait a second. He goes in my suitcase, he's like, what is this? He's like looking down at me, he's like, I'm like, and he's like,
No.
and I'm like, they open it up and I'm like, they're all standing above me and they're like,
no.
and then they go,
Hey, how's it? You know the rules.
Every time I go into a gas station,
you're waiting for that one fan. Have you gotten a fan yet since the show started? What do you want your first in-person fan?
Here's what I want. My first fan interaction. I want to be at a restaurant with my wife on a date.
Okay.
And someone walks up like, hey, are you...
Girl or guy?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Probably guy, just so Bree doesn't act weird the rest of the date. And then they're like, we love the show. And then that night I can feel cool for like a little bit.
First fan.
Yeah. So,
big deal.
And I want them to have a good mortgage.
I want them to have a good relationship with the Lord.
Good credit line. I want my first fan to, be a certain way. Do you have any funny, weird fan interactions over your life?
Oh, God.
Oh, no. What?
Had a few stalkers.
Really? I've never even asked you that. Tell me what happened.
Had this one lady, when I lived on the beach, she would follow me around wherever I went. But when we would go like to the beach restaurants and bars at night,
Yeah.
she would always be like, I could see her in my periph.
So you'd be out and you'd like...
And then she finally came up to me. We're at this big dinner table, like 10 people, and I'm with Aaron.
Oh, gosh.
And
Cut to a clap.
For the love of God, fat people don't skate.
my friend Aaron, who's a legend.
He is a legend.
She's like, hi. She starts talking to me like across the table.
Yeah.
And she's asking me weird questions and just staring at me like, hi. And then Aaron's finally like, can you go away, lady? You're making this really weird. And then all of a sudden, my brother,
Oh, no.
we see him running out of we're at Paradise. It's
Out
a
of the kegs.
bar out of the sand.
He's knocking kegs over.
He comes running. This is when he was like living in the sand.
Yeah.
He comes running and jumps on the table and knocks everyone's food over.
Oh, no.
And he's sliding and he gets to Aaron and he starts choking him. He's like, ah!
Why?
My brother was drunk and he thought he was friends with that girl.
Oh, so he got mad.
So he thought he got mad Aaron was like being mean to her. So he slid on the table like that movie Beethoven, that dog. like plates were just
That is
and he
awesome.
finally slid just close enough to Aaron. He's like,
And Aaron's like, dude. I have a story about your brother. I used to live on the beach, and I was putting my trash can out, and I swear, like it had to have been a millimeter. A van barely missed me, and I went, whoa! And I jumped out of the way, and I saw Yancey's van drive off, and he gave me the shaka, and I was like, oh my! It was like 7 a.m. What was he doing?
so my brother was like the man at all the bars on the beach.
Right.
Like he was head honcho. And when I turned 21, I like went out for my first time to the beach bars. And there's this one bar called the Islander.
Yeah.
And it's some reason everyone dances there, but it's like the
It's like
skankiest. There's a pole in the middle and there's mirrors.
I've never been there.
I've never been there, Mom.
I don't know how to. Is it the one by the gas
I've
station?
never been there. So I'm a phenomenal dancer.
Yeah.
And I was at my prime of fitness.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah. I was just like dancing so good, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And my brother comes and he's like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my territory.
It's like
So
when
he gets in and he's like, pew, pew, pew. And I was like, whoa. And he's like, watch this. And this guy's like, Yancey, no. And he jumps on the stripper pole.
Yeah.
And he's got this like
Move.
special trick where he does a backflip off. But when he was going to do it, his right foot, apparently the whole bar's electricity comes from one spot on the ceiling.
From the
and
stripper pole?
Yeah, on the ceiling.
Don't do it.
So all the plugs, the whole bar, all the plugs. So he goes to do the flip, and his foot catches it and unplugs the bar. And it goes pitch black, and then we just hear this.
Your brother?
So everyone walks out. Everyone has to walk out because it's completely pitch black, and they're like, Yancey, not again. And he had like a lump on his head, like so big. He's like, oh, he had like a cone on his head. He's like, whoa.
But he won.
And then everyone just went to the next bar, like,
Yeah. Shuffle to the next thing. Dude, he's probably won so many dance battles.
oh my gosh.
He was probably losing, and he kicked the power out.
Well, I'm going to handle this.
Yeah, he knew you were winning, and he...
That was classic Yancey. I could
Dude.
go on and on.
Oh, I bet. We love you, Yancey. We'll have him on one day as a guest. Hey there, thrill seekers and wave chasers. This segment is brought to you by our awesome sponsor, Esteem, the ultimate destination for radical surfwear. Wow. So follow them on Instagram at Esteem Surf Co. and get some radical surfwear at esteemsurf.com. Wow. So what do you guys think? How would a centaur poop and pee? This has been...
Well, I'm the only one who knows this answer.
Okay, so tell us.
Pee, poop. Poop, pee. Pee, poop. Pee, poop. Pee, poop.
Is it? I'm leaning towards
What's
top.
your guess?
My guess is top left. It has a male situation and a normal horse poop. But you know how big horse poops are?
Right.
Does a centaur poop that much? Because it doesn't eat as much.
Oh, you should see me take carrot cake down, dude.
Oh yeah, you love carrot cake. So which is it, Sturls?
I eat like 7 pounds of carrot cake a day.
Dude, no wonder you have health issues.
The answer is top right.
Really? So it's all in the back.
Full horse.
Full horse. You've evolved. All right,
It's
next.
just harder to grab my ween. I gotta be like, oh, God.
Fall.
I have to use like one of those
Yeah.
clip grabbers.
Oh, that was like the heaviest waves I've ever surfed of my life.
Whoa, this kid's a legend.
Dude, look at this little ledge.
How old is he?
Probably like 9 or 10. Doesn't
He's
say.
already charging. Wow, that's crazy. He's right on Jagged Ridge. Where's his parents?
They're Australians.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Is this how Laird travels?
Yeah, he's in there incubated.
Is that? Is he in an oxygen chamber?
They keep him sedated. They keep him sedated in that truck.
He's just like, wake me up over there. It's just an ice chamber and he's frozen.
Yeah, they freeze him when he goes from each company he owns,
Cryogenically frozen.
just for like 20 minutes.
So when he gets there, they have to warm him down like. And he's like, "Ugh, what year is it?
What? How many companies does Laird own? There's like
Has Laird everything.
there's Laird everything.
I know. He's like the new Paul Newman. Dude, they're letting Mike Tyson off his chain.
Really?
Dude, check it out.
What do you mean?
They're like, all right, Mr. Tyson, you ready? King! Ah! He's like, ah! This is good!
So he's yanking it?
He's finally taken the chain off. And they tricked him. It's like, he was running the whole time.
Oh, underneath.
He's like... So this is Kelly and Rob Machado. And Rob's like, hey, can I get a world title, please? And Kelly's like, no, I'm busy right now. And Rob's like, let me just get in there a little bit. No. And Rob's like, okay, I guess I'll just go back to being perfect. Dude, did you see Rihanna at her latest birthday party?
No.
Dude, she was crunked up.
Yeah.
Check it.
It's
Under my umbrella, Ella.
What was she doing?
That's why her forehead's so big.
Oh, she scratched it on the slide.
It was normal, and she was like, under my freaking umbrella.
Gosh, did she just...
So now she has this beautiful forehead. It's because of the freaking slide.
Dude.
Don't you dare. Italo will always be number one in my heart. Yeah, right. Freaking Griffin is the best. You should take that back. Griffin is not the best. It's Italo. You know what? Pow! That's fine, but Italo is... Get out of here! You tick it in the mouth. You tick it in your chest. Yeah, you stay down there where you belong, you little... He should have got a 10! No, it was an 8-5. Boys, we can talk about this over lunch.
So this was at J-Bay?
Is that the US Open?
This was? Dude.
Dude, I heard Erik Logan was like yelling at people.
You heard some new gossip? Some scuttlebutt?
So apparently he was like behind closed doors, he was super like mean.
Really? That smile was fake.
And it was Griffin. But I don't know if it was he was trying to make out with him.
He's being mean to him.
I think he was like being like weird dominating.
Erik Logan, who got fired, the new gossip coming out is he was like super like aggro on people.
Yeah, like, you know in the movie like Fat Camp?
Heavyweights? Tony Perkis?
When he's yelling at the kids.
Yeah.
But he's nice in front of the parents.
Okay, turn on the camera. Get on the scale, son. All right. Get off the scale. You have failed, and you will pay.
That's the way he was acting to the surfers.
Get on the camera. Get off the scale.
I've been on Oprah. Dude, this guy took a bowl down. That's crazy.
I guess that's one way to do it. Well, Red Bull's pretty bummed.
Really?
Yeah, because it's kind of...
They took the mascot out?
Yeah, this guy can take out Red Bulls.
Okay, I'm going left. Everything's good. Actually, you know what? I'll go right. Plenty of time. Actually, uh-oh. He did the worst thing you could possibly do.
Not commit.
Yeah, he should have either gone left or gone right.
And he went
And
straight.
he went straight, and the lips like... So, dude, have you heard of Jerry Lopez?
Yeah, like super legend surfer.
Dude, have you heard of his brother, Gary?
Gary
He's way sicker.
Gary Lopez?
Dude, Gary Lopez is the sickest. Look.
Whoa.
He's way cooler. Look, he plays guitars in boards.
Oh, so he doesn't surf. He board
Play
plays.
boards. And there's Jerry on the keys.
Dude, look at him. He's so sick.
Like, "Ew, you know they was."
Dude, look at this
Jeez.
guy. Gary's killing it.
Gary's insane. Gary Lopez, no one knew how much cooler he was. Look at Gary Lopez.
Watch it.
Uh-oh. Who do we got? Whoa!
Dude.
What is this guy eating?
Laird bars?
Our bellies would be slapping us in the face.
How do you train for this?
If you grab onto your house fan
Yeah.
and just like freaking go with it,
That's how
gets
this
you
goes.
ready for the spins.
Whoa. These guys are sick.
Look how cool he is.
The camera span.
Holy
pan.
crap! I hope he has a condom on. It's like a unibrow sunglass.
This is Taylor Knox Company, right?
Yeah, this is Taylor Knox's new secret sunglass company
Brows?
called Brow Brow. I mean, couldn't you just do this?
Yeah.
So, dude, you know how Jesus is coming back on a white horse?
Like in the Bible it says it.
Yeah.
Well,
They found the horse.
it's already
He's
here.
the front runner. Let's go, Jesus! Let's do this! Come on, boys! Come on! Pow! Let's take that devil out and the demons. Move over, black demon horse. Yeah, I'll take you out in the shins. Dude, Tom Cruise is surfing now, but it's like he took it to the next level.
What's he doing?
He only surfs in rivers? Dude, check it.
Rivers?
Watch out, boys! Yeah!
Whoa.
Whoa! Ha whoa! Tornado spin! Woohoo! How do you front flip? Triple kick flips!
Whoa.
How's he doing this? Ha ha! What?
Dude.
Kickflip body barrels?
So is this like some Scientology training?
This is actually their church. Dude, Kyleni's got this new dog walking program
Yeah.
where he walks people's dogs, but he takes them out on his secret E-jet foil. Ha-ha! Hold on, little pup. We'll get you home. Everything stays safe with me.
Dude.
I keep it 100% real. Where are we going, pup?
So Kyleni is like
Mini Laird.
mini Laird,
Yeah.
but one day he'll be Laird.
Well, Laird's working with him, trying to up his adaptogens.
Yeah. What's an adaptogen?
I don't know. So, dude, I
Yeah.
heard Kalani's really hitting soft bottom.
Again.
It's even softer now. He's
Dude.
like out in the streets right now throwing bricks at people.
Whoa.
So these are all fans, and they're like, he's like, hey, ride a hardboard. And he's like, no, I only ride soft tops.
So he's throwing stuff?
Yeah, he's like, screw you, take your hardboards out of here, mayhem. And Matt Biolas was like, you know what, freaking Kalani, it'll be the last time you won't ride one of my hardboards. Get over here. And Kalani's like, never.
Oh.
Dude, freaking Kalani woke up in a trash can.
What do you He
So-
did?
Yeah, he like fell asleep in a trash. It like threw him into the trash can. Dude, he's just hitting soft bottom.
Ugh, what is he doing with his life?
Look at him. He's looking for soft tops
I know.
to get a nipple hit. He needs a nipple hit. Look at him.
How can we help him?
So I started him a defunding.
A what?
Instead of GoFund, I started a defund.
A go defund?
Yeah, to get him off soft tops. So,
So
we
you
need
take
him.
his money away?
We leave the hardboards and then take all his money away, and then he's stuck with them.
Oh.
But I heard he sold the hardboards for the soft tops.
Oh, he's selling the hardboard? Dude, I heard, one of his worst friends is Erik Costin.
His worst friends?
Yeah, Erik Costin's like the
His
one
biggest dealers.
Yeah.
I'm Erik Costin, and this is Kalani Rob's Surf Quiver.
Yeah, dude, it's a bad scene over there in San Clemente.
Well, these like enablers.
There's so many enablers around him, and like it's like a mafia. Like
Right.
once you're in, you can't get out. Kalani's been trying to get out for years. So our surf license, oof.
That ain't cool.
So my first question: why is everyone paddling for the same wave?
Hmm.
Because this is what happens.
Right.
How do we get people to understand the rules? How do we do it?
Ah, they need better dads.
It's like people don't want localism, so then now we're just going to destroy each other with kookiness.
Right. And keep getting injured.
That's like, what is it? Do you want guys to make sure everyone's safe through brute force?
Right.
Or do we just let them hurt each other?
Let the injuries pour in.
Look, this poor girl's like, hello, my darling.
People want everything. They want everything to be great, no one to be mean, but then also no one to get injured. But the meanness and the strictness is what helps people
That's
not.
what stops the injuries. So people on the internet, on their phone, like, how could they be so mean?
Yeah.
And they have no idea because they've never been in the ocean.
Ever.
And, like, you need older guys to, like, yell at people to get everyone in line.
Right. I get it.
But no, we can't yell at each other. Whoa. How do we put the rules somewhere?
What if we had drone cameras that had speakers on them?
Don't cut her off.
Yeah. So there'd be a lifeguard station where
So we
like,
see someone paddling, it's like, don't you do it.
yeah, we're like, and then they're like, and they're always on camera.
So we're playing God.
Yeah, yeah. And Kelly can fund it.
We could use Kelly's AI voice. So, dude, John Wayne Freeman's in trouble again for he tackled Donovan. He's like, I hate you, Donovan.
Dude, I can't recognize Donovan without his hat though.
I know, without his bottoms.
Does he have bell-bottom wetsuits?
Yeah.
How does it work though? Water can get in? Oh, or is it like up and then over? Dude, Donovan should totally come out with wetsuit bell-bottoms.
Let me see.
I'd wear them.
I would wear them too. Have you seen how they drop mail off at one of Kelly's 5 houses? Yeah, this chick's like, okay, Kelly!
What was in the mail? Just WSL results or something?
It's just, It's checks from his moon shoes. Dude, did you hear about Jake Paul?
What?
He's a full-on Satan worshiper.
Is he really?
Yes, dude, and they have the proof. Look.
There's footage?
Look at him box.
Whoa.
Look. Dude!
Is that the serpent?
That's the serpent, Satan.
Like in the Bible.
The Bible said the serpent will slide.
So that's how he's winning these fights.
Yes, dude, he sold his soul.
And he got a muscle wiener?
The devil's is in his dong. That's where he keeps the devil. So, dude, this is Kelly's last contest, and he wanted to go out with a bang.
Is it his last one?
Yeah, this is it.
This is
He's
it.
like, all right, everyone, goodbye. Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely alcohol induced.
That's a hip gone. Whoa, dude.
Yeah, Diplo is ticked.
Diplo is like, don't you dare call me shitty DJ ever again. Watch this. And he went off into the sunset, and he drowned.
He's dead.
He's gone.
Oh.
But
What?
remix. He's back.
Diplo's back. Dude,
Did you see that one girl?
Yeah, crying about it.
So pissed.
The DJs actually do, because I don't think they're remixing the song on the spot. I think they make it ahead of time. So what
That's a good
dials are they
point.
pressing?
Yeah.
What are the buttons doing? Is it a volume dial? Is it even connected to anything?
It's a good point.
Diplo sent this to me this weekend. He was like, dude, you guys are wrong. Listen.
The DJs actually do.
Damn. That was a good comeback. So, dude, this is groupie training in Pipeline, Hawaii.
Oh, really? Like Billabong or Volcom chicks?
Yeah, this is the head groupie, and she's training. Yeah, so she's preparing for the North Shore season.
Dude, so some new information came out about why they fired the old CEO of surfing, Erik Logan.
What?
So apparently he wanted to install thermal cameras on all the different offices. Like, check this out.
Wow. So that's Griffin?
So he was filming. These are like the dudes in the WSL office.
Oh, he has a fart fetish?
Yes.
So he's sneaking all the pro servers' farts? That's Italo.
He wanted to install all these infrared thermal camera things.
So this is at the competitors area.
Yep.
And here's Gabriel Medina.
That's Medina. I can't tell who that is. Who is that?
It's Stephanie Gilmore.
Oh.
Yeah, I know all the pro servers' farts.
So yeah, that's another reason why they let him go.
Makes sense. Pretty sick stuff. Dude, have you seen the new Lost Surf team?
No.
Dude, they're insane. Check it out.
This is like lifestyle shots?
They're taking it to the next level. Yep. So they drink like 7
Bud Light Limes.
Bud Light Limes, and then they just go for it.
Dude.
Whoa.
So to be on the like Lost Surf team, you have to do this?
Yeah.
This is how they...
Whoa. These are all their best riders.
Did you see that footage that was viral of that senator that like froze when he was talking? There's this footage of this senator dude, and he froze like in mid speech. They're like, "Sir, do you?" And he's like, and he walked off. Have you seen it? This is him. He was doing this the day before, and he was dreaming about it.
Whoa, because he finally made his dreams come true. So, dude, I went on a date with that Ivy chick.
Again, oh, the one that sends you the weird videos?
Yeah, the surf influencer chick.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like the most bizarre date I've ever been on.
What happened?
The tension was insane.
Like at dinner?
Dude, check it out.
Oh, what? No. More. Yes. Right here. No. Over here. Oh, I want you. No. No, you can't have me. Yes. No. Yo, poop. Ooh, bison chili. Whoa, no. You, my friend. No, I won't.
So this is what influencers do on dates?
This is how TikTokers date. Because they've TikTok so much, their brains are
They don't know.
kind of malfunctioning.
Yeah. Did you get a lot of abuse growing up, like Grom trips?
Here we go.
Oh gosh, I'm not talking like at home abuse. I'm talking like when you're surf touring around.
When I was 14,
Yeah.
I won this trip to Tavarua
Where's that?
in Fiji.
Whoa.
It was the Billabong Junior Rat Series.
Junior Black Baby.
So it was a big deal.
Right.
I'm like, whoa, I'm going to Fiji. And my dad didn't come with me.
Really? What? It's too busy.
I don't know, he's too fat. So I get to Fiji and I'm like the Grom of the trip. Everyone's older.
Right.
It's like these pro surfers and the owners of Billabong. This is when I like was getting on Billabong and stuff.
Okay.
I hear the older guys talking about Grom abuse. They call if you're the youngest, they called you the Grom.
Right.
You're like, shut up, Grom.
Yeah.
I hear them like in the bushes talking. They're like, tonight we're gonna get the Groms. I'm like, what?
And you're just happened to hear.
I was like playing ping pong and I heard them. Like, what? And they were talking to each other like, yeah, we're gonna get him good. We're gonna spank him and dunk his head in the toilet. Like they're like
dumb stuff.
everything they're gonna do to me.
Shaving cream.
What they normally do is they duct tape you to like a tree.
Oh my.
And put like honey on you and mosquitoes bite you to death and slap you. So I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Playing ping pong.
So night comes and it's like midnight and it's nothing happened. I was like, I guess maybe they forgot. So I'm like falling asleep and they're at the bar and I hear them like, let's go get them. I'm like, huh?
So they're drunk.
So they're super drunk and they're like, farty, farty, farty. They're like arm locked, like,
dude, I'd lock myself up.
Well, so I'm like looking around, like, I'm trapped because they're coming this way and that's the door. I'm like, what do I do? So I had this giant suitcase, like the size of this table.
Yeah.
And so I pull my clothes out real quick and I jump in and go zzz.
That's sketchy, dude.
I zip myself in the suitcase. So I hear them come in. He's like, where is he? Sterling! And I'm like, and I kept one eye hole so I could see. So it's dark and I see them like walking around. They're drunk. They're like, where is he? I know he's in here. So there was a kid in the same room as me across the room.
Oh,
and
no.
they're like, let's get him. And they grab him and he's like, oh God, no! And they pick him up and he's like, ah! And I see them beating him with tennis rackets. They're like,
just enough that it hurts, but not like,
no, this is gnarly.
dude.
He had red marks all over his body.
Not cool.
They call it the waffle.
Yeah.
They're pressing. I saw one guy like pressing the tennis racket in his skin. He's like, ah!
You're just
I don't want to live!
and you're in a suitcase with a little.
So I'm watching. I'm like, so this goes on for like 10 to 20 minutes. And they're like, where's Sterling?
Oh, no.
So they're like, they can't find me. And then they walk out. I'm like, should I run for it? Or I didn't know what to do. And I was like, just stay. You've come this far.
And you're just in the suitcase.
So then they come back in. They're like, wait a second. And they flip the light on. They're like, the light. They were so drunk. They didn't think about turning the light on. So then they're walking around. And he's like looking under the bed. And he doesn't know I'm literally breathing right next to him. I'm like, and he's like, where could he be? And he sits down on my bed. And he's like, I know he's in here. And he's looking straight at me in the suitcase. And my eye, I'm like, oh God. And he's like, wait a second. He goes in my suitcase. He's like, what is this? And he's like looking down at me. He's like, I'm like, and he's like,
no.
And I'm like, and they open it up and I'm like, and they're all standing above me and they're like,
no.
And then they go, ah! They start dying laughing. One guy is like peeing in his face. He's like, oh my God. They're crying, laughing. They're hugging each other like, oh,
this kid's awesome.
So they thought it was so funny. They picked me up. They put me on the shoulder. And like, yeah. And they walked me to the bar. And they made me drink a beer. And it's like 2 a.m.
So it's the old, like, hurt yourself before they hurt you kind of thing.
So, like, I remember at the bar, they, like, made me chuck a beer. And they're telling me about all their stories.
Oh.
They got terrible Grom abuse. And it's like a tradition.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
So, like, it's stressful.
How long do you think you were in that suitcase?
20 minutes.
Dude, that's forever. Dude, you better be. That's insane. You could have died in there.
Dude, I remember hearing crazy stories. I remember Taj Burrow. He had some crazy story where he almost died
From
Grom Abuse because guys were too drunk and didn't realize
Yeah,
he was
dude.
suffocating.
What happened? Can you talk
They
about it?
tied him up to something and
Like killing him,
yeah,
basically?
he couldn't breathe or
Why is that a thing? They do that in college. They do it in
yeah,
sports.
I
they,
guess so. In college.
they do it. You hear crazy stories of guys like dying from alcohol abuse, like alcohol poison. It's like, oh, cool.
I don't think it happens anymore.
I mean, I thought I heard something a couple years ago, but
Maybe in college,
yeah, in
but not in
college.
surfing.
Like you see in NBA, they fill some guys like $300,000 Lamborghini with popcorn. That's it. So you got any other Grom stories?
Well, I was in the strangest position growing up because I came from a super Christian, don't do anything bad,
Bible Belt.
but they let me travel at age 14 with all these men,
Not from Florida.
grown-ass men that were drinking and smoking and
Yeah.
boozing and womanizing.
Yeah.
So I was this child on tour with these grown men. So, like, I remember in Australia, you could, like, drink at 16 then.
Yeah.
there.
I think it might still be that.
I think it's 18.
No.
But, so I remember being at a bar at, like, 15 or something.
And you're like,
And I never even seen a beer.
Yeah.
My parents were like so anti-beer, so I'm like, oh. And
You
so
had
this
your
guy
Bible.
hands me a beer, and I'm like, whoa. It was a VB,
BB.
Victoria Betta, and I almost said V8.
V8 juice. Tomato juice. You thought you had a beer.
So he hands me the beer, and I'm like, okay. So I grabbed I grabbed the beer like this.
Was it a glass bottle?
And I'm like, and this old Australian's in the corner. He walks up to me like,
Out of the mist.
he's like, you sucking a cock?
He said
And
that?
I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? He's like, what is this?
The way you're holding it?
And he like pushed it down. He's like, hold a beer like a man. You can't.
Yeah. They love that word.
And I was like, oh, I was so embarrassed. I was like, I was drinking. I mean, like I could barely get it down because beer was terrible to a child. I'm like,
trying to hold it right. So much pressure.
dude, I had so much anxiety as a child traveling because like everyone was smoking weed and drinking, and
Yeah.
like it was so scary to me
Right.
because I never done it, and I was told it was so bad, you know.
Right.
So I'm like, I had so much anxiety.
You felt like you were surrounded by demons all day. Did you ever
Remember-
call in your mom or anything? Mom, they're making me hold.
I didn't have a phone then.
You probably could call like from a hotel for like 10 seconds. Bye, Dad.
I didn't talk to him for months.
Wow, that sounds nice.
But I remember guys like they'd like smoke weed, they're like, and when I'd be sleeping, they'd be like, blow it in my face, and they're like,
Gosh.
and they walk out of the room like, fire leafer.
Just
It was a bit extreme, but it was probably good.
why?
Well, when it stopped, so like,
It's like a brotherhood.
well, companies would get these super young kids and pay them a ton of money, like $100,000 right out of the gate. And so these kids would come on the trip. I remember the vibe when I started getting older, and like a young kid would all of a sudden be on your trip, and he's been with his parents that done everything for him his whole life, and he's like, give me that, and I want this, and you're just like, and you
Tie
can't,
him up.
you can't beat him up anymore, and you're,
Oh, it
and
changed?
they're full on brats.
Right.
And it kind of ruined. Like, I know so many kids that didn't make it because they were just so entitled.
And no one liked them.
No one liked them. Well, it was just like, you have to, if you're going to make it, you have to be able to, like, grind. You have
Right.
to be able to take discomfort.
Yep.
So when these so many kids were just such brats, they would have, like, 5 years and the companies would drop them.
Because they're like, "Pff, idiot."
Well, they just didn't excel.
Right.
Like, they didn't push themselves. Everything, they got everything too quick.
Yeah, mommy and daddy are gone, so they're like,
When you just get everything too quick, you lose your ambition.
Right.
So there's only a few kids I've seen like get big money straight out of the gate and make it.
Is there like a Steph Curry coming up right now?
Maybe like Shane Doran's kid.
Is he good, really?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
His name's Jackson. Jackson like has the best opportunity I've ever seen a human get.
Why?
Well, his dad is Shane Doran, and then his what is it called?
Godfather? Yeah.
The Godfather?
I think. Is who?
Yeah, Jackson's his godson, Kelly.
Kelly's the Godfather or whatever.
His godparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he's on a trip. Every time I look at Instagram, he's somewhere new.
Dude.
Traveling.
I want to be his like god cousin. You can be his god cousin.
I think he has like the best opportunity out of any kid. He has so much support, and Shane's so level-headed.
Right. So he's not going to be a brat.
Shane is like so dialed into life.
I'm Shane Dorian.
And I'm Jackson Dorian.
He's got him on the right diet. He's got him on deer meat.
Boar hunting. Probably makes him mow the yard.
And he gets Kelly's boards. He's riding Kelly Slater surfboards. Yeah. If I was hanging out with him, my advice would be like, get ready for some hate.
Right. You're going to get hate.
Because, you know, like, you for sure have been given, like, an insane opportunity.
Right.
And other people are going to hate on it.
People just hate it when you see people with privilege.
It's not your fault you're Shane Doran's son.
Right.
And he's a great dad and loves you and does all this for you. Like, it's more so people are jealous their parents weren't as good as Shane Doran, you know? So it's like, but he's going to get so much hate. And I remember when you start making it, people will get in your heads like, oh, you just got that because you're dad.
Yeah, nepotism. Like,
and it can really, if you don't guard it, it can start messing with you because you can start feeling not worthy.
Well, it's kind of like okay, a plumber. His son sometimes just becomes a plumber because he sees what his dad does. But when people are famous and they do that, they're like, oh, he's only an actor.
What an idiot.
It's like, well, it's pretty common.
Yeah.
How old is this guy? This kid?
He's 16 now.
Okay, so he's something's about to pop.
Maybe 15, 16. He's already insane. When he started doing wave pulls, he's doing like the craziest airs. He's like one of those 12-year-old kids.
I bet his dad was like,
my son. Sure, he's super proud.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how's your plus size modeling going?
It's going pretty good.
Really?
There's still a lot of barriers to break with plus size modeling.
Yeah, people don't like it.
Like, I'm probably one of the top plus size surfers.
Really? What's that one guy?
Bert?
Yeah, Bert Kreischer. He's number 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to start my own a tour for plus size surfers.
Yeah.
We need to get together and stop the discrimination and start our own league.
Dude, why do people hate fat people?
I know. What is it?
Whoa. See? Polly hates fat people.
Get out of here, fatty.
He just growled at you.
She's never done that. Get out of here, fatty.
Even the dogs are mad.
Why does everyone call us fat?
Well, I am fat. I like to fluctuate in my weight.
Why can't they be like, plus sized?
Instead of fat?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus sized.
Bunch of plus sized people.
I mean, when I get in shape, I look at fat people different.
Really?
Yeah, when I get in shape for a couple weeks, I'm like, look at these fat people.
So I gained weight when my brain injury happened.
Right, and people don't know that, and they tease at you about it.
Right, and I developed type 2 diabetes, and it's like super hard because the medicine hurts my brain.
Right.
So it's like I can't. So basically, I have to eat all the time to balance the blood sugar. So it's like I'm forced to be overweight right now because I'm getting strong enough to work out.
Right.
Like if I could work out like I normally do, I would be in shape. So it's been a really interesting experience because like it's been good for me.
Really?
It humbled me and helped me kind of understand people.
You understand me a little better.
Like, I make fun of people for a living. So it's probably good for me to get a taste of my own.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Instead of always being on top.
Yeah.
In shape. Like,
God gave you a little.
for me, it could be easy if I could just eat a normal diet.
Yeah, like diet.
Because I don't eat anything bad. That's what's frustrating for me. Like, I don't even get to eat sugar and be fat.
I know.
Like, if I was fat, at least I could enjoy the donuts and stuff.
Yeah, the Skittles.
Like, I'm eating, like, veggies and
I know every
meat
time I'm with
all
you,
day.
chicken and rice.
It's like, so that's what's frustrating. I'm not even getting fun fat.
Yeah, like Big Macs.
It's like I'm forced healthy fat.
Weird. Well, Spencers have terrible genetics.
Yeah, well, I think when you get like when you go through something really traumatic injury, it's pretty common to develop like diabetes. Like, it's one of the things that can happen.
I didn't know that.
And I think we are prone to diabetes because our grandmothers had it.
Yeah.
My dad. So it was like when I laid in bed for 2 years, it just got me.
Dude.
And I didn't know I had type 2 diabetes for years. So I was like, why am I always almost dying
Yeah, like,
if I don't eat?
yeah.
Because I have hypoglycemia. If I don't eat, I'll start shaking.
Maybe people stop being so mean to us plus size. Well, I have no excuse.
You don't?
I mean, I'm just fat. I need to just call Laird. But I do like the idea of a plus size modeling tour.
Plus size surfing tour.
Plus size surfing tour.
Do you have to be like 50 pounds overweight?
I think they have to
Like that
do
tour?
a full on test. Like, they pinch your fat and measure your belly. Like, they have to do a body fat percentage, and Laird's in charge.
He's like, all right.
Gabby
So
just smacks your butt. Get out of here.
to see how much it jiggles.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Who is the one surfer to never win a title? In your mind, is the best that should have won?
I feel like Rob Machado and Taj Burrow
Should have won.
are the two surfers that should have won.
What happened to Taj?
Kelly.
Kelly beat him.
I think where Taj messed up is like he could have gotten on tour when he was 18
Yeah.
and he denied it.
What do you want to do? Go to college?
He did the QS again, the qualifying series. I think he would have won first year. He was so much better than everyone. Taj is really like, the way everyone's surfing now is because of Taj.
Really? He's like a pioneer.
Oh, yeah. And he never really got the credit because he didn't win the world title. It's crazy how
Just that.
if you don't win that world title, like you're...
Well, it's like that in basketball. They tease Charles Barkley.
Yeah, if you never
Yeah,
win
if
the
you
title.
never win, they're like, you friggin' idiot. Like Shaquille O'Neal just hits him over the head with that all day.
But Taj, I think he spent too much time working on video parts. Like, his passion wasn't contest.
Well, then who cares if he doesn't care?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
We're just talking about it.
I get mad. Why are you hating on him?
Taj was like the first to be able to do the turns and the airs
Like put it all together.
on like every wave. Like Kelly every once in a while, but Taj was like whoosh, air, whoosh.
Yeah.
And the judges at first didn't even know how to judge him.
They're like, how many points do we
So
give
he
that?
he was underscored a lot on tour. When he came out with Montage, I remember I was with Andy Irons
Yeah.
and watched it with Andy, and Andy was like, if Taj is a 10, I'm a 7. He's like, that's how much better Taj is than me.
Dang.
Montage like blew everyone's mind. No one ever done like full 360 airs yet.
So how do you even judge it then?
And he was spinning them like and getting these crazy barrels. And
Think about all the dudes out there that could have been like at Kelly level if they were like 8 clean, were like just super focused.
well, I think that was Kelly's advantage.
He just was a robot.
He was a professional before
right.
everyone.
We've talked about that. Like guys used to just do bikini contests and arm wrestle before.
But he was also just that much better.
Right. Let's not take that away from Kelly.
Kelly was just a perfect storm of talent and dedication.
Right.
Like he was taking vitamins before vitamins were out.
Is he is he like the Kobe Bryant of surfing? Just
I'd say that's a good comparison.
yeah.
Because LeBron, I would say Tom Curran is the Michael Jordan of surfing.
Ooh, I like
Is
this.
that controversial?
No, I like that.
I think Tom Curran's the Michael Jordan because Tom Curran basically created the way we surf now.
Right.
Tom was the first to shortboard. Like, we all shortboard the way we do because of Tom Curran. Just like Michael Jordan, everyone plays insane now because Mike
showed us the way.
Changed it.
Right.
So to me, Tom Curran's the Michael Jordan, and then Kelly is like, he's more like LeBron career-wise because Kelly just keeps going. He's 50.
Yeah. So does LeBron.
Just like LeBron's 40 or whatever. So Kelly's probably more the LeBron of our sport. Like Kelly just keeps going, and LeBron's not like, LeBron doesn't have the best style playing basketball. You know, like he's not as smooth as some guys.
He's just a brute.
He always gets it done.
Yeah,
and that's the way Kelly is. It's like not always pretty, but he gets it done.
Who's
like
the Kobe?
Who's the Kobe?
Who's the Kobe?
Personality-wise, Kelly's Kobe.
Yeah, that's what my brain's thinking, because he's like, I'm staying late doing this, working on that.
Kelly's and Kobe have that same cutthroat
like
mentality.
If there was such thing as like surf teams, like 3 of us have to go out.
Kelly would,
and you were Kelly's teammate, and like you had a wave, and you all 3 had to ride it together.
Come on!
And if you celebrated, he'd be like,
"Job's not done."
Yeah, Kobe's tongue.
Job's not done.
So Kobe and LeBron mixed somewhere in Kelly.
Kelly's career, LeBron. His personality, Kobe.
Who is the Charles Barkley of the surf world?
Maybe me.
You. The goofball, like, funny guy that everyone likes, right? And he gained weight.
Whoa. I feel like Rob Machado, he definitely should have won one.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. Like, you have one, like, family crisis happen, and it can just, like, just poof.
Over.
Like, his competitive career was over. Basically, he had a family crisis happen. And if you want to know, you can go look it up. But it rocked him.
Yeah.
And then he got injured. He injured his hand, and he couldn't do the last couple contests. And so the next year, he was expecting to get the wild card. And Kelly came back on tour. So he took that spot.
Dang it.
And then there was one more spot, and I think Shane Doran got it. And Rob said he was crushed. Like, he's like, I can't. The QS back then was so gnarly. I mean, it was, you had to do so many contests. And
just to qualify, that's what the QS is.
Yeah, and someone of his caliber and what he brought to the sport.
Yeah.
It would be like making, like, freaking James Harden after he won the MVP.
Yeah.
The next year, like, you have to go through the G League.
Yeah.
And be like, why?
Yeah, I'm already here.
So basically, that's what they were asking Rob to do, and I think he was just emotionally drained, and he just didn't have the energy to do it.
Dude, have you heard about Jake Paul?
What?
So apparently, there's all these videos coming out of him being like a Satan worshiper.
Really?
That's the only way to explain how he's this famous and stuff. You know what I mean?
Who is this Satan?
Huh?
Is it a person?
Satan? I don't know.
There
It's an angel, fallen angel, the angel of light.
It's a fallen angel.
It's a fallen angel, angel of light.
No, I know, but where are they talking to him?
I know, that's what we talked about. How do you sell
Is
yourself?
it Steven Spielberg or something?
Yeah.
It's got to be someone.
Satan, Steven Spielberg. See, yeah, all the good movies he's done. Maybe they're not that good. We're just all tricked.
Satan.
E.T. No, but Jake Paul, yeah, there's all these creepy videos, and so to me, that's the only way that explains how we could care about him. Right?
I feel like is it the Paul brothers?
Yeah, it's Jake and Logan.
I feel like they're in the same loophole as DJs.
Yeah, they figured out no talent? Check.
It's like, should I be a super legit boxer? Nah. Let me just get good enough and then create this crazy circus with UFC fighters that can't box.
I know. It makes no sense. Like, Nate Diaz could destroy anyone.
They're super smart.
Right.
They figured out all the analytics of getting people to watch something.
To spend their money.
But it's funny. Like, I feel like pro surfing is kind of like boxing.
Okay.
Like, you know how boxers are super legit and they put all this time to being super good and no one
Dedicated.
cares about it.
Mm.
And then, like, scooter foilers, they'll, like, come along and, like, take all the stardom and money.
Yeah, there's probably like thousands of boxers that are insanely good, and we've never
Way better.
and we'll never hear about them. We'll never talk about them, and they make barely any money.
And Jake Paul's making $10 million.
And Jake Paul goes and punches around an old UFC fighter.
They are smart, like, because you think Nate Diaz would destroy him.
Right.
But boxing is just so different.
So different.
And it's like UFC is just real fighting.
Mm.
Boxing is like an art form.
Right.
And you can't, like, you could tell he wanted to crush him, but he couldn't because he had to follow the rules.
Yeah. He was like, dang it. Because there's that one shot of he stuck him in a chokehold for a half a second, and he could have just went and choked him out.
Bit his ear off. Yeah, no. They're on to something. Guys with tattoos.
Yeah.
But, like, your tattoos are good.
Oh, okay.
I feel like guys with tattoos and bracelets is, like, a huge red flag for girls.
Like, they should stay away from guys with bracelets and tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why?
Like, if I was guiding women to find the right guy,
Yeah. Like a guiding dating person?
I would watch out for, like, if on Instagram they don't have any kids or anything,
Yeah.
and they post pictures of them and their nephews, that's a
Ooh.
huge red flag.
Because it's kind of like a puppy they take to a park to attract.
Yes.
Oh.
It's like, no, look how nurturing I am.
Oh.
And if they post pictures of them, like, working out and stuff, that's
Yeah.
another huge red flag.
Tattoos, bracelets, nephews.
And if they have the tattoos and if they shave their heads on the side,
Oh, like a
and
fade.
they kind of have the, like, that long, and then it's, like, cut tight on the side.
Really?
That's dangerous.
So from personal experience, how do you know this? You just know.
This is just observations of
Okay.
I'm just watching humans in my life.
I remember one time I was going to maybe I was thinking about going full sleeve, and you were like, dude, don't do a full sleeve. And you're like, name one guy that's cool that has a full sleeve. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
They're always sketchy.
They're always scary.
Like Maroon 5 guy.
Yeah.
He's like a classic example.
Right. Didn't he do some bad stuff? Cheat on his wife
Yeah, he
or
was
something?
cheating on his wife. And, like, they saw his text messages, and he's, like, talking to the girl, naming, like, their next kid after her.
Oh,
with
right.
his wife.
Right.
It's like psycho
It's like he was going to name their kid his lover's name. It's pretty
He's
bold.
like the perfect example. But girls, they still
Don't
will
care.
still go in. They're like, I could be the one that changes him.
Right.
There's so many guys that are just, like, so into themselves. Like bartender guys, they're
Yeah.
a huge red flag.
Really? Because they're like,
They'll get the tattoos and they'll, like, they'll, like, cup their sleeve up and, like, Furley.
Yeah.
Furley. And their whole night is, like, just hoping women look at them and they're like, oh, hey. Oh. And, like, and they'll do this and stare at them like.
you've been at a lot of bars. I can't stand, because I'm such a sloppy mess, really put together dudes.
Like,
dudes that are
clean?
just everything in their, like, their rooms are clean, their bodies are in shape, their clothes are perfect. I just don't like put together people.
What do you think's the best type of guy for a girl?
Me. Just like happy, humble people.
But they're not attracted to that.
I know. I'm like, oh.
You have to, like, kind of look the part, but really
mysterious.
you're a good guy.
Oh, okay.
Be mysterious.
I'm trying to get tips. I'm married for 15 years.
You're like,
I remember I dated this girl for 3 years, and then I was single. I think we broke up when I was like 19 or something. And I had that feeling. I was like, I'm screwed. I'm going to be single. Right? Like, how do you meet girls? What do you do? It was and then I met Bree, and we got married. So, like, I didn't have to be in that world too long.
like, whew. But what is the right guy for a girl?
I don't know. Mysterious.
Mysterious?
Girls like a guy.
I think
Okay.
this is one. I'm just trying to hear me.
Yeah. You don't care what I have to say because I don't know.
I think if a girl's gonna find the perfect guy, he's secretly gay.
Okay,
Because
let me wrap my head around this.
the perfect guy is secretly gay.
Okay.
Because they'll be clean. They'll like do the dishes.
Okay.
And they will care about the girl.
Right. On an emotional level.
Yeah, like they can't get a normal alpha dude and expect him to be a good husband. Because he's too busy like... So whenever you see a girl and they're like, oh, he found the perfect guy. It's like he's gay for sure. A normal guy's like...
Dude, at night, Bree's going to watch this, but for some reason, right before we're going to sleep, she has to talk about the worst parts about our marriage. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, about to go sleep, it's like, let's talk about the worst parts of our marriage. And I'm like, oh.
Just let me put this finger in the wound.
Yeah, like, right before you go to bed, let's talk about the worst thing about us. And I'm like, gosh. Or she always has lists for me now. I'll wake up and she's sitting at the counter already, and she has, okay, so can you talk to Sterling about it? Can you do that? Can you? And I'm like, ah! And then I always wait about 10 minutes down the road.
She's got a trumpet.
For the text. Sorry, I just, all this stuff's on my mind. Every man can relate.
Yeah, I just worry for girls because they're just...
You worry for girls. You're
There's
so
just
sensitive.
so many douchebags. Dude, did you hear what happened in Maui?
Yeah, dude, it's sad.
It's one of the craziest things we've seen.
The fires and stuff. That's the only place I've ever been is Hawaii, in that Lahaina place, and it's all burned down. It's so nuts.
Really feel bad for everyone.
I know. So basically, a huge chunk of the island is gone from fires. People's stores, people's homes, people have died.
Yeah, I talked to Kai Lenny, and he sent me this video of a tornado. He said there's tons of tornadoes. The wind was so high.
Oh.
There's just tornadoes everywhere, all around his house. Did you see the video?
I didn't see tornadoes. I saw a lot of before and afters, and it's insane.
So it was a super crazy scenario going down.
Dude.
But yeah, Kai was like, dude, there's just dead people on the streets right now.
Gosh.
It's crazy.
It's weird because in my small brain, I'm like, it's an island. Can't they, you don't think about fires on an island. Like, oh, they're fine. They're surrounded by water.
Well, you've been to Maui, haven't you?
Yep.
It's kind of a deserty island.
Yeah, there's spots where it's just deserty.
It's a very dry. It's not like lush,
Right.
tropical.
There's spots,
spots.
yeah. Gosh, all those poor people.
Everything will grow back better. Well, we love you, Maui.
So Kai Lenny sent a link. This is like a legit place that Kai Lenny backs. So we're going to have it in the description.
It says it's a legit. These aren't scammers.
They're not scammers. So yeah, go to this. I think it's a GoFundMe. We'll have it up on the screen right now. If you can help out. People are super, super
Need help.
Let's look at these comments real quick before we go. So we have 3 of our favorite comments from the last video. All right, I'll read them. This is from Riff Raff Richard. He says, I like how you're playing the long game with Kelly. True love waits. And he's talking about how when you said he's on his deathbed.
All right.
So this is a good one.
Let me see.
All right, this one's from Linus Vansty 635. I don't get why I enjoy hearing 2 guys talk about Laird and Kelly for an hour on a weekly basis, but I do. In the last episode, you said, you want to hear what I did last week? And I said, as long as it's PG. 10 minutes later, Sterling, could you imagine what Gabby does to Laird's balls? That's from my MW3 channel.
What do you think?
It's your call, dude. Which one's your favorite?
I'm leaning towards this guy.
I know. I like that one. All right, let's do that one. Riff Raff Richard, you get on the wall.
Riff Raff Richard, you are on the wall.
I'm going to staple you up in
I like how you're playing the long game with Kelly. True love waits.
Like he stabs you or whatever. I'll just find a spot and we'll start stapling them around. So don't forget, best comment gets stapled on the wall. I'm going to do it now after the show, and I'll post a pic. Dude, you want to go surf? Surf's pretty good right now, I heard.
Already am surfing.
Whoa.
In my mind.
How is it in there?
In the tube.
Whoa.
There's a pelican. He says, you know the rules.
Like, subscribe. Please comment and like. It helps the stupid algorithm for some reason. We don't get it. We love you. Let's go surf. Did you get your foil board?
I just got a foil scooter.
You got your foil scooter? Do you think we can put it together? Maybe your mom can help us.
As right now we're in the fast motion.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.